We've all watched Mad Men. We watched Don Draper dominate Madison Avenue, convincing us that the golden age of 1960s advertising was entirely a man's world. Hollywood painted a picture of smoke-filled boardrooms run exclusively by men in gray flannel suits. But Hollywood left out the most important part of history, because the most revolutionary, cutthroat, and highest-paid advertising executive of the 1960s wasn't a man at all. Her name was Mary Wells Lawrence. And she didn't just join the boys' club. She bought it, ran it, and completely rewrote the rules of the modern world. This is the untold story of the real-life corporate titan who built an $800 million empire from nothing, and why history tried to make you forget her name. To understand her rise, we have to look at Madison Avenue in the early 1960s. Advertising was a multi-billion-dollar machine, but it had a glass ceiling made of reinforced steel. Women were allowed to write copy for dish soap and makeup, but they were strictly barred from managing major accounts, running boardrooms, or making executive decisions. Mary Wells was a painfully shy girl from Ohio who started as a copywriter. But she possessed something the men around her lacked, a deep, almost psychological understanding of what consumers actually felt. By 1964, she led a revolutionary creative think tank. She was doing the heavy lifting, creating legendary ads, but she kept hitting a wall. She was repeatedly denied the promotions and titles she was explicitly promised, simply because of her gender. Her ultimate turning point arrived with a failing, boring airline called Braniff International. Air travel at the time was military drab and cold. Mary walked into the boardroom and pitched a radical concept: the end of the plain plane. She hired legendary designers to paint the planes bright pastel colors and put flight attendants in high-fashion uniforms. It wasn't just an ad campaign, it was a cultural overhaul. Braniff's profits instantly skyrocketed by over 50%. Instead of rewarding her with the presidency she earned, the men running her agency patted her on the head. So, Mary did something unthinkable in 1966. She quit. She took her top creative partners with her and founded her own agency, Wells, Rich, Green. Within a year, major blue-chip corporations like Procter & Gamble and American Motors realized where the real genius was and left the old boys' clubs to sign with Mary. By 1969, Mary was officially the highest-paid executive in the entire advertising industry, male or female. But her greatest cultural contribution came in the late 1970s. New York City was on the brink of bankruptcy, plagued by crime and a failing reputation. The state turned to Mary. Her agency conceived the I Love New York campaign. It changed the global perception of the city entirely and completely revitalized its tourism economy. She broke through the ultimate corporate barrier, taking her company public and becoming the first ever female CEO to lead a company listed on the New York Stock Exchange. She proved once and for all that creativity wasn't just a soft skill, it was a multi-million-dollar economic engine. Mary Wells Lawrence passed away in May of 2024 at the age of 95. She outlasted the very industry she dominated. While TV shows celebrate fictional characters like Don Draper, it was a real woman who built the foundation of modern marketing. History often forgets the women who built the modern world, but we won't. If you want to make sure these incredible stories of unsung female icons, inventors, and corporate whistleblowers are never erased, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching She inspires daily.